next we have Calvin Smith from the University of Reading talking about HTML MathJax from basics.
Hi folks, let me just share my screen. What I'm going to be doing is well, considerably less sophisticated than all of the other tools that we've seen. So what you should be seeing hopefully on my screen now are two side-by-side views. One is a notepad file and the other one is the HTML that's rendered from it. Has that come through okay in the room? Yeah, I think I can see it on the script. Fabulous. Thank you very much. Oh, you lovely people. So what I wanted to do is just advocate for kind of a back to basics approach where this is particularly good if you've got people with you know, a slightly older skill set. I'm a gentleman of a certain age. So just using a little bit of raw HTML and a little bit of LaTeX, you can create a web accessible document using MathJax. So the structure of the document on the left is standard HTML. I've got a header, I've got a document body, and in the header I have a script that I didn't write. In fact, I just copied this directly from, if you go to the MathJax webpage and scroll down it, you'll find some stuff on getting started with MathJax. That's where this menu is, and in there you'll find the code that you just need to pick up. So you can either copy it out of this box, or you can go to where they've hosted it nicely on JSBin for us, copy and paste that into your notepad file, and then just save it as an HTML file, and it will produce stuff for you. So let me just go back to that. Just move that out of the way. So what we've got here is just a fairly basic, you know, some text and some LaTeX maths environment. This is genuinely just LaTeX. It's reading in here. The clever thing is that it'll also be picked up by kind of screen reader tech if it needs to be. You can get it to read the equations aloud in a way that makes sense to us as humans. And because you're just dealing with the HTML, you've got all of the pedagogical advantages that you can unlock through that. So you can add in those interactive elements should you so wish. So what we're looking at here is a fairly basic implementation of this file. But if I have a look at another version of it that I've written where I've called in a style file from behind, you can change the way it looks, and also you can start adding in scripted elements so that you can get those solution and reveal areas for that little bit more interactivity should you so wish. And because it's HTML, all of these things are picked up by the assistive tech. A side benefit that I wasn't expecting, but I'm very happy for, is those of you that are blessed to work at institutions that have Blackboard as your VLE, other VLEs are available, will have possibly been getting to grips with Blackboard Ultra Docs recently. And this is a new format that Blackboard are using. The reason I mention it is because one of the options that you can have in the edit content box will enable you to put in HTML and call the MathJax server, so that you can actually put accessible mathematics in it in a way that's kind of LaTeX adjacent. So it's a nice workflow for people that are you know, taking the first steps into moving into slightly more accessible territory. Okay, that'll do from me. Thank you very much, folks.
Excellent. Thank you, Calvin.